Alright, guys, it's that time when I will check out the stats of April 2023. And I have grown 23%. Pretty much again, it's kind of like a consistent growth. I appreciate it. I don't think I've grown in subscribers though that much, but it's still a small number technically. You have to take away 100 because 100 is something I've achieved way in the past by doing something else entirely. So even just getting like 3 subscribers, like 10% growth. Hopefully I got 3 subscribers because recently I got get a subscriber, lose a subscriber. I imagine I scare a lot of people, and I should, because I'm way better. All right, I'm just I'm just way better than most people, especially when I'm actually willing to reply to comments fully and put effort into it and thought into it and maintain relationships if I have that. Like I'm not an ass around the internet. I appreciate everything I get. That's what a poor person does. But at this point, in this rate, I think it's a skill everyone needs to have. But regardless, let's take a look at something that received 1 or more hours of watch time. We're gonna reward those things, those videos, those concepts, whatever I talked about, or I can't reward myself, unfortunately. I would love to. And once we get to top 5, I'll spend 3 minutes watching the introduction of the video and seeing how much I like it, because most people watch less than, even 3 minutes, even 2 minutes. It's kind of weird, but I totally understand. But what I'll be looking for is, the hook. Do I have a good hook? Do I have a good offer to entice people to watch a whole video somehow? I don't know, or as much as possible. What do I do basically? Because what do I do in those 3 minutes that's so magical that people watch more than any other video? Or maybe it's a title on or thumbnail. I don't know. But I'll check the content itself because it must not, turn off all the excitement basically of why you clicked on the video. Because that shit, the thumbnails I can't improve. The thumbnails and title I can't improve. I will not even try to understand. I think it's pretty honest as it is. It's some basic nonsense. It's just words and some images. It's like, what can I improve about this? You're not supposed to. Even like I looked at Mr. Beast thumbnails this month, and it's ass. He's so proud of it, and I don't care. I'm not that impressed. Probably it's comparable to mine somehow. Like if I put just a little bit extra effort and just like, well, congratulations, it's a thumbnail, and it's kind of shit that way. And I do think the thumbnails require text, and there should be enough text to explain what the video is about. Technically, just a few seconds, a clip could show something cool as a part of the thumbnail, but it's fine as it is. So I'm a fan of putting text on my thumbnails, as you might have guessed, because I want things to be meaningful and as explained as much as possible, and I might be exaggerating that, but we'll see what people actually like. We're gonna, dive into the stats. So I'll pull up data as well as a thing to grow. But most importantly, we're gonna give hearts to things. So we start off with Hearthstone. And now, in the end of the episode, I usually just eat a bunch of candy or sweet thoughts that I put up for myself for later. But last time, there was so much candy I couldn't actually finish it, and I decided that it's just a bad idea. And it's still just for the end of the episode when I have nothing better to do. So, I don't know. If I have too much time, that's what's gonna happen, guys. But chances are we're gonna spend a little bit more time now, and increasingly more time, because there's gonna be more videos that reach 1 hour of watch time. It's just gonna be more, which is fascinating. Anyways, starting off overtime, Hearthstone. Hearthstone definitely is annoying, but here you go. Heal yourself back up a little bit. Hopefully it's... I mean, the Tavern Brawls are gonna show up as well for Hearthstone. So we can tick that off. Every time we see a heart, we can already know that it's a... Actually, like, emojis are pretty helpful. I'm not gonna lie. But it is a question, did emojis carried any of these videos? I don't know. So 2 more hearts for Hearthstone. Collecting that, huh? Then you have Based Zeus 1 view, but quite a lot of watch time. Based Zeus is the name. And what did I talked about? Well, ability to like summarize the whole dating experience, because if you follow principles, you know how to summarize things. Because the things you actually have to learn, you're not here to fucking sit and watch tons and tons of content from some idiot. But technically, like, your heart will figure out, you know, subliminal messages of what you have to do. And technically that's fine, because in the real world, what matters is just building up skill, building up courage to actually approach people. And that's where you start, and hopefully it goes well. You know, you technically don't need principles as long as you're chasing experience specifically. But when you mature and you get into a lot of trouble, or you have to deal with a lot of fears, and you just can't live a normal life. Like, you're forced to learn very, or solve very difficult problems. You're just forced. So this is why I have this ability to summarize everything. Just randomly it happened, and it was very entertaining. Then you have Elder Scrolls Legends, the speed run. Alright, I love that. Even though I am not proud of the video, but I love the concept. That's about it. And I love the fact that I don't have to actually type a full name. I just say ES Legends and that's it. Fantastic. It still pulled the video up. I'm glad. ES Legends gets 2 hearts. Very nice. My passion for card games is paying off, technically. That is fine. I probably will put the hit pieces or protection pieces. Some people need protection, like Onision. I would love to protect them from all the bullies on the internet, thinking that they're the righteous ones. They know what's legal, illegal. Who cares, bro? You're not a fucking lawyer. You don't know what's moral, though, and that's pretty fucking bad. That is bad. Most people don't know what's moral. They just focus on what's legal, and that's not what you should be doing as a human being. I'm sorry. And so they feel free to attack whoever. You know, they basically work as policemen on YouTube. Like, it's pathetic. In other words, they're just bullies. And I've seen some pathetic shit when I was trying to defend Onision, and probably gonna see way more pathetic shit all the way through. All the way through, man. So, it really helps not to get too much attention, not to be able to be defined as a person, because then it would be very difficult to defend myself if I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. People will start expecting things and will be able to break down my character potential. I don't know. It's just, I'm a real person, I'm a honest person, and that just protects me from a lot of shit automatically. And if other people learn these skills, they will be able to attack, defend, just have a variety of skills as a YouTuber that will, tremendously improve their lives, basically. Doing what you want is bullshit. I don't remember this one. I don't remember bullshit episodes at all. But this one is a weird one because it just goes against your instincts so badly. It's just the most painful thing, like doing what I want. Unfortunately, yes. That doesn't mean you don't have free will. But there are certain things you need to do. You do what you want when you need to do what you want. That's a weird thing to say, but like, the more important thing is to do what you need. And again, sometimes that means you have to chase what you want in a particular period of your life. But most people just get enslaved. They're just chasing money, and they don't actually know how to get it. They chase attention, they don't know how to get it. They get stuck in some weird loops of not actually doing what they want. Anyways, are getting stuck in so many problems that they can't do what they want. Anyways, there's so much bullshit. Why would you do this? Well, it's a suicidal thing. It's literally suicidal. And honestly, if you were able to do what you want, a lot of people would just snap their fingers and disappear. I mean, that's what would happen. The reality is not going to give you that option just yet. All right? Not going to give you that superpower. You're just not going to get superpowers in general and do whatever you want and start flying around and shooting lasers. It's just not going to happen for a very good reason. And that's the episode kind of about that. But I can go level up and up each time. Knowledge is gold. Absolutely fascinating stuff. The things that, put dollar signs absolutely attract people, right? Well, not really. People are not clicking on this shit. So don't worry about that. Something else is going on. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. Fucking AI robots are taking over. Well, Susan actually gets a point for this one. Susan retired. CEO. Very nice. Because I put her on the thumbnail, she deserves to. And for a reason, because I review her content and stuff. What else am I going to do? Look at my own face? That doesn't exist. And then you have Mark Passio. I wonder if Mark Passio is still number one. If he's not, I'll be very fascinated by that. Because that's a story. That's a turn of events. Is he number one? I didn't check. I'm going in blind as you guys are. Allowing manipulation. Cool. So, yeah, some people finding my bullshit episodes and stuff, and they're just committing to watching that. And potentially that's where I got a lot of watch time. Having a playlist, having everything kind of convenient in one place, despite these being like 2-hour episodes. Some crazy shit, right? But still, some people respect me enough to tell them what is bullshit and why, and how to avoid it. It's quite a big deal. So, boredom is bullshit. Level 3. And manipulation. Actually, it's very synonymous to getting fooled is bullshit, and so that kind of just messes up with me. But no, nothing really stood up, because I can freely use the word bullshit and nothing happens. In terms of algorithm, this thing did not get more promotion, but it does seem like, I mean, it didn't even get more impressions. It did not. So that's weird, right? Than average. That was my test. Does BS, just changing bullshit into BS, is gonna manipulate the algorithm? And apparently, it does not. But that's the way you don't allow manipulation, is just to test the opposite. and see if that works. And usually, well, this is the result. Like, nothing really happens that's so special that makes you change everything. The part 2, the first part 2, I believe. What is it, 1 card? No, it's where you get a spell for playing a card. Alright. Yeah, it's a decent one. We're gonna get to 2 hours of watch time, and nothing is gonna change in the way I give hearts until we get to 3. Again, Hearthstone's healing up. I do not appreciate that, because Hearthstone made such a terrible move with their latest patch, buffing cards instead of nerfing cards, and like Zeddy is upset, rightfully so, but he's like trying to explain to like a child, as if like Hearthstone developers are like children, like, oh, let's try buffing cards this time, guys. Have you tried talking to people and explaining why this is a good idea? Have you tried that first? No. Oh, I lost a subscriber because of this video. That's a very interesting thing to actually mark. Being a simp is bullshit. That's weird, right? What? Simp? Simp? Hello. How did this happen? Holy shit. Congratulations, man. What happened? What did I do, guys? I have to watch this in the memory of my former subscriber. Holy shit, what happened, bro? What did I do in first 3 minutes? Let's react. How the fuck do I get... Okay, view on... Alright. Oh my god. I'm definitely an asshole the first minute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely the asshole. But that's it. I'm sorry, bro. I explain exactly what's gonna happen, bro. If you survive this video, you could stop bullshitting yourself, and someone did not survive, unfortunately. Someone became a fucking simp. Congratulations. Oh my god. Never come back, please. Don't embarrass yourself. 25%, so we basically know, kind of. No, we don't. I don't know what that means. 20, what? It's like 4, but like what?
People pleaser has a negative impact on your life. Well, it's easy to beat ourselves up for...
No, there's an even easier. It's easy to beat yourself up. I love this introduction. I love the nonsense that people do sometimes when they get scared of me and stuff. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't need subscribers, bro. Also, fuck. YouTube is hiding me. YouTube is hiding my title. I do not appreciate that. I understand there's a button on the way. There's another button on the way. And it's actually vidIQ that's doing the bullshit. Alright. I shouldn't rant about this. This will... No. It's edit video analytics. These are YouTube buttons. Don't... Keep that away from my name, my friend. Move it. Out of here. The thing is watching this video getting called a simp. Wait, I'm sorry. I need to mute myself and stuff when I do this. Simp! Too nice, man. Get the hell out of here. And the niceness has been like infiltrating our society so badly. But it's like, okay, let's see how you're gonna survive with niceness and stuff. Because it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Apocalypse, and I might be Yeah, I understand why you wouldn't be able to survive the first 2 minutes, bro. I can't be nice. I can't be a simp. I can't suck up. I'm a poor person, and I understand every single fucking move I make matters. Like, I just can't give in to other people's desires and threats and fears and whatnot. Like, I can't give in. I'm sorry, I'm not here to help you. You're here to help yourself. And you can help yourself very easily. All right? Now, maybe there are YouTube creators that help you by giving you entertainment. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I know how my videos work though. It helps that if people sacrifice their time and effort to get money, and in exchange they give entertainment. So I'm not like super duper bored, but I'm looking for something deeper and more meaningful, you know. I'm not here to simp and like subscribe to whoever and whenever and just watch their videos whenever they upload. No, I'm here to make up my own mind. And this is where you start building your opinions and everything, you know. Maybe unsubscribing from me is a statement that that person is gonna grow and not care about other people's opinions too much because he's gonna make his own mind. I don't know, bro, but it's a weird one. It's a weird place to unsubscribe from me. Let's continue watching this. This is weird. A part of it too, you know. I'm preparing myself. Preparing more for my part, to play my part. My part's pretty scary, by the way. Anyways. Being... I love it. I love the burp, man. That's how a real authentic person behaves, am I right? Holy shit. I love reacting to myself a little bit more than I thought I would, right? Being a simp is bullshit. So what are we gonna do now is look into some TikToks that trigger the shit out of me because, well, it happens. It happens, guys.
I got a package in the mail from YouTube.
There's like a top and there's like a little bottom here. Oh, okay, spoiler there. There's some sort of award. Okay, open into the top.
He got a dildo to shove in his hands for being too nice. With a shitty... I didn't expect that at all, bro. I'm dying. I need laugh. Oh, I need a laughter vibe thing. Oh my god. Oh, I think we're at 3. Try not to laugh challenges just watching my own videos, bro. I understand I make a joke, but I don't understand how fucking ridiculous it is until now. I don't understand what I meant, bro. And it makes it so much funnier. Shitty name too. Also, who cares? It's April Fool's joke. Everyone knows that one.
Hang on these grips for 5 seconds and win up to $500. Level 1 was easy. It was a thick piece of wood and most people had no trouble holding on and winning the $5 prize. Level 2 was much harder. 2 big wooden boulders made it especially difficult.
I mean, if you're not... Yeah, this is a much easier difficulty than this. It's way easier, bro. If you're a simp, bro, it's much easier. This is a simp test, bro. If you fail this one, you're not a simp, bro. You're just better. But you have to not fail this one. Then that means you are a simp. It's a weird. I'm not gonna lie. This is some weird shit. Not simp, then you can hold on, bro.
Difficult for people with small hands, but hang on for 5
Simp.
seconds and win $10 cash. Level 3 stepped it up. The piece of wood was super crazy thin. A lot of people tried,
but then he got broke because he gave $500 to mountain climbers.
Got interesting. This hold is literally 6 millimeters wide and it looked impossible until a group of rock climbers showed up and sent me broke.
Lol. Still simp. Simp. What are you holding on to, my friend? Simp. Losers, man.
So what's
Only losers do
stopping
that.
you from getting?
Okay, I'm exaggerating. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, I guess deserved loss, man. I deserve that one. May you rest in pieces, Mr. Subscriber. Anyways, let's level up. Award bullshit of the year. That's a long ass video. Someone decided to watch the whole thing, all half the thing, like, because it's 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and 2 has been watched. It's scary to know that people, or someone somewhere is doing it to me without saying a word. But again, these are just singular people and random people and willing to watch my videos. I'm not gonna complain. It's just I want more and more, alright? I'm not gonna complain, but I will be greedy as everyone else. Because I'm pretty sure greed is fine. I didn't make a bullshit video about greed. So, congratulations. No, but yeah, a lot of people are greedy right now. But greed is to some extreme level. So it probably is defined as something else entirely. Climate change, BS. I didn't get a strike for this video. Nothing happened, I'm glad. But nor it's being silenced or anything. Impression number pretty spot on. So that's cool. I like it. What else do we have? So all this bullshit, being an anarchist is bullshit, rejection of technology, just a bunch of bullshit episodes being watched. Why did I... Oh, it confused me. But I added at Grandate, Her name is Grande, so I just added an at. I guess I stole at from the Satan, and she went back to being Susan and stuff. I did this thing. Let's take an at, and you get your US back, and then I put it here. And we have a date. Easy. Free date, guys. So Ari gets 1 point. What a loser. He just needed to watch 30 more minutes, and you would have given her 1 more heart. But you didn't, guys. Another unsubscription in What the Fuss episode. This one is scary because it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Because nothing really happens. And then I start talking about demonic shit. Alright? I'm starting to trash this girl that says some advice. Because I get triggered so badly. And I'm still triggered to this day. If I see this face, I'm like, you lost so much reputation in a few seconds of your life. It's unbelievable, dude. It's unbelievable. And yes, if you get into controversy like that, you're going to trigger some more people. It's whatever. And I'll take that. But let's see what the first 3 minutes of that looks like. Inflation is bullshit. And Ludwig gets approved by the gods of the YouTube watchers, man. I'll give Ari and Lud additional 2 clicks from the timer itself, because they're so close of getting, 3 hours of watch time. That would have changed everything. I'm sorry I clicked the wrong button. No, I didn't. We're back at normal. So let's check What the Fuss episode. What happened here? Welcome to... I might know what happens. Because the first 2 minutes we trash Ari. And rightfully so. Where is your hair? You need hair, though, to talk to me. You need to look pretty to talk to me. Your arguments don't work as a woman if you're not pretty enough. I'm sorry, bro. Otherwise, just don't show your face. I don't know. But you have to show your face to show proof. It gets tougher and tougher, my friends. So what do I do after I trash Ari? Because I don't want to trash her again. Because I just did. Alright? So let's see what happens next. Hope it's enough love for you guys to survive the entirety of video, if you decided. Anyways. So what the fuzz, guys? Simple 4 things. We gotta beat Sniper Wolf. We gotta collect more better TikToks than she did. Alright? Because if TikTok sinks down, like, this... That's so true. We need to compare collections with Sniper Wolf. And I need to flex harder, man. I collected better TikToks in your face, and I did it very easily. Because this is an easy process. No big deal. Just click like, and then you show what you liked. What's difficult? Oh, you need editing? Oh, if you're desperate for subscribers, I'm desperate to lose subscribers so I can laugh at them. Well, you don't. I don't know. I don't know what happened. No one complains. All right. My mailbox is empty of complaints. Anytime someone unsubscribes, I don't get extra mail in that mailbox. Nothing happens. Maybe someone just clicked the wrong button and when they woke up, one day, they realized. Whether they didn't want it to be subscribed or they just accidentally unsubscribed because they saw something scary, Seeing Ariana without hair, pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. It becomes 10 times more valuable because I've saved TikToks, guys. But it's not like I would stop because TikTok probably would not get banned in my country. I don't know. Or they would not be able to enforce it. As much as in America, they're trying to criminalize TikTok. I will attack you if you use VPN. Haha! We knew China now. We build new China in America. What the fuck? That's pretty cool stuff. Just because of TikTok, now the entire America turned into China? That's pretty cool. Anyways, TikTok algorithm is different for different people. So, it's good to just stitch together some TikToks, react to it, and put my personality into it. Hopefully it works. As well as you... I mean, this is pretty standard shit. So, again, when someone clicks a button, they just trying to escape, they got triggered by something, I don't know. That's my best guess. The first 3 minutes are like the worst day of their lives. I don't know, man. Because that's when you kind of like decide things and stuff. That's when I can actually ruin your mood. Otherwise, it just kind of free flows the rest of the video, I would imagine. What the fuss episodes, all 4 of them, in the same bracket. Still not getting 3 hours, but no, there's no buts, unfortunately. Well, TikTok, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, they are also in that same playlist, with the bullshit and stuff mixed in. Oh, me becoming racist has gotten some attention. I love that. Actually, I don't, because this video also features me in a completely different voice. And somehow people still were able to force through it. That is weird. That's some weird shit. I wouldn't be able to watch this video. I'm sorry, guys. And no one unsubscribed because of that either. No one was like, oh, it's fucking weird that he's in a different voice. I believe it was the chords, and it was not intended. All right, magic chords. Hello, I'm Mr. Magic Chords Man, and you got my sexy voice and stuff. Like, that's what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
Something must have gone wrong in my brain.
It hurts that it almost sounds like in my braid, but you get the idea. Maybe it double went wrong in the braid. That's what happens. All right, my super fan getting his meal. Technically, I can call it meals whenever I make a dedicated episode, and it just happens because I'm like passionate about just simply checking out what my fan is up to and what they want me to check out. Like, I'll just gonna follow as a friendly move. By the way, Mark Passio is not at the top. Not even close. We're gonna go beyond that. Something has changed. As I've said, I did not expect this. This is fascinating to me. Yes, Legends. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's a good thumbnail. Everything's really cool about this one. Alright. Lots of views and everything. So yes, Legends actually gets two hearts now for this one video. We're getting into some next level shit. And the super fan, I'm gonna give him 2 hearts as well. Mr. Blake Boy. 2 hearts, easy. No questions asked. Pinterest somehow got leveled up. Congratulations. Probably because of Ari, right? It's Ari's fault. Alright, so that's that. Nothing special. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about card game stuff at all. Invader V. I was hoping that it would get views, but this is a lot. This is a lot of views, man. This is a potential something, but like, we're gonna go even higher. What you see peaking here is 5th place, I believe. 5th place. So we're gonna slowly, uncover something that's even higher than Invader V. Like, now I'm weirded out. What is happening, bro? So Eric Dubé, I'm glad someone watched it. I would have expected people to watch it, or again, the super fan. You never know which one is it, the big boy or the small guys. I think it's the big boy in this case, because when I checked his marbles, there was plenty of flat Earth stuff. That's the conspiracy. Biggest marble of conspiracy, which is kind of weird, kind of ironic, right? That their greatest marble, their greatest discovery is the flat idea, the idea of flatness. But it is true. It's just so annoying. Like, it's just true. You have to prove to me that it's false. You have to show me how Earth actually works from space and stuff. And you have to show me that consistently, and not just like, oh, we went to the moon 50 years ago and stuff. Do you like that? I don't think you did went to the moon, actually. Because you literally have no technology right now. I mean, Elon Musk's rocket just exploded. What are we talking about, guys? What kind of space adventures are we talking about? Science is just stripping balls, I believe. Oh shit, let's not peek, guys. Let's be careful here. So, becoming racist and weird with a weird voice got there. But this is a bullshit episode, despite Nicki Minaj being on the front of this whole thing, thumbnail and stuff. because she is. But even the greater person on the front is Rebecca Black because her last name is Black and she's kind of like Mexican descent or something. Some weird shit, bro. Holy Four. Now I have to... I'll just spread to all the girls. One for all the girls because technically it's just like 4 hours, right? So I'll summon the entire Holy Four. Jewel gets the hell out of here. You don't exist. Bam, bam, bam. Every single one gets 1 heart. Laura actually has a lot of hearts to spend. That's not cool. I don't want to make YouTube videos right now. Because I have everything planned. Like, what is it? Like 40 videos planned? I'm sorry, guys. Oh, wait. Rejection of technology I've seen. Can you imagine? I just spotted an outlier. I've done this one. How did I do that? What happened to me? What kind of superpower is that? So Mark Passio has fallen. The dad figure, bro. I need to bring him back to speed, am I right? Do I have something to say about him? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, Ludwig leveled up as well. Bye, Ludwig. Okay, bye. He jumped out of my cookie jar, you know. And then finally Invader V, I'm very glad. I also got a subscriber and all that stuff. Very glad it works. Yeah, because it's another case of me trying to defend someone, because it's just so stupid that people would think that she deserves to be bullied or looked at negatively because of her greed that everyone has. Every YouTuber has, they just don't talk about it. And her being honest is actually a virtue and not some kind of a malfunction in the Matrix or whatever, that you can just start attacking her. Made a terrible mistake. Nah. I love honest people a lot more than just pretty faces. I'll tell you that much, because as pretty as the face can get, if you're not honest about it, inside you are a nobody, and you can't move. You're just like a statue, in that case. That anyone can misuse, and, well, statue over time becomes very ugly. It's very pretty at first, but then it becomes very ugly, because people can rip apart your meaning, can forget about you, and can just put graffiti all over your face. That's what a statue is. I don't care how pretty you are. What matters is how well you hold on to your values. And Invader V, I would watch her content, and that says everything about it. Alright? I would probably push her into YouTube Rewind category. That requires 400 points. It's tough. Pushing someone is tough, man. If she doesn't grow naturally, it's tough. And because there's no conversation behind it, despite getting this many views, no comments, I don't know where to start or what to think about it. But that's what happens, you know. My content shuts people up even more, which is fine as long as you come out of it by learning how to speak, you know. If you understand that I had to went through the same process of not talking to people because I needed to understand how to approach it from a proper angle. So let's go to the top 5, and we're gonna watch each of these videos. LGBTQ, a lot of people actually shared the sentiment. I understand. They want to see how bullshit it is. And, but let's see if I was able to deliver a very compelling introduction, if I'm gonna make myself laugh again. Let's see it, bro. Welcome to the second attack on this bunch of letters attack. I call them rainbow Nazis. They took away a rainbow. I don't like that. But then they trashed it anyways. And now I don't understand. Are they not fucking stupid? Because at this point, it's stupidity, and I guess I can just freely curse in the first 3 minutes of my video. No big deal. Effing stupid, boys. I came out a little bit too upset, I'm not gonna lie. And I could have shown the flag that I'm talking about, but you know, like, they didn't just took the rainbow, they started cramming in with a lot of crap. And it's like, at some point, you guys will have to stop and actually self-reflect. It's like, it's that stupid. You will have to look back at what you have done, because they certainly have not started doing that. You can't just put in a bunch of letters and call it a fucking movement, a community or something. You can't do that. It's just not gonna work. It's gonna fail at some point, but people will become self-aware and then it's gonna start failing. And I want to see how it works out for them, you know. It's quite a fascinating story. Who belongs in this group anymore? Like, are you kidding me? Swimming in bullshit? I mean, only psychopaths would do that. Yes, Rebecca, that's cool that you can swim in this shit. But, like, I wouldn't recommend. And I've dove into this, but they added more stuff. The two-spirit, intersex, is sexual. No, whatever the fucking plus means, because of course they're willing to add more stuff. It's not very spicy, is it? It should just be one word. It should just be very well defined what it is, but it's not. Potentially because, you know, weird things happen when you actually... Yeah, what is the point of trying to be this overarching big group of people? Just, like, they're trying to unite the entire fucking nation, but they end up just uniting few parts all over the world and just major parts of, like, America and stuff. But then the question is, what's gonna happen when they're gonna be self-aware and understand that all these things are potentially incompatible, or they have to be defined by one word? So when they will come up with that one word, I wonder what's gonna happen. How many people will actually fall off the community and will not feel welcome? Because again, it takes special type of blindness to feel like you're welcome, when that's exactly the point, is to try and welcome as many people as possible, because, like, you guys attracted to some weird things, guys, and you want to define yourself as some weirdo. So here's a community of weirdos and stuff. It's like, wow. And so this weirdos community has to include as many people as possible. They're just gobbling up minorities of weirdos, basically. Like, this is what's evolving into, right? This is just the Pac-Man eating weirdos. But if that's what's happening, I want to be the leader of this thing. I want to eat some weirdos. I would love that. Thank you very much. But it's like sexuality-related stuff. So it's a little bit weirder than that. It could be so weird that you don't want to be a leader, because it would taste weird as well. I don't know, man. I'm speculating. It's weird. This is how most people's sexuality look like. This arrangement of letters, that's exactly how I would describe most people's sexualities, especially Americans, who feel free to do whatever the fuck they want, but they have nothing to offer in return, in exchange. This is like, you have sex and nothing happens. Sex is a pretty fucking magical event. I never had sex, so I don't see what's the fuss around that. Where's the Where's the need for speed? You know, if you want to add me into your community, well, teach me how sex works. Teach me how every single letter works by actual experience. You have to actually deliver that experience. Every single letter is probably 2 weeks of experience. 2 weeks of dating, effing each other, and doing that thing until you actually define yourself. And most people don't have even like 3 days of that experience. They're just blabbing around as if they know what the fuck they're talking about. But I don't want to dive too deep into this because it smells really bad too. Alright? Holy shit. Actually pick a name. Your stupid community still doesn't have a name. How about Rainbow Nazis? Oh no! Oh no! I went with it. Now I feel like insecure, but that's good. It fits. I mean, take this one. You're aggressively protecting your rainbow thing. Taste the rainbow. F the rainbow. Let it just run through your system and change who you are. Turn you into a unicorn. I don't know, bro. I don't know what magical powers you guys are gonna get for joining this community and praising it. As an independent person, I look at it and it's, until I have sex, I guess, then I will start caring. But if I didn't care about this community for like 30 years of my life, does it even matter? You know, because the time when I will have sex is like, maybe 30. Yes, and I'm like attracted to girls because I have to play with my dick because that's fun to do and stuff. Like, how do you deviate from the norm so badly? You deviate from the norm when you want to when you're too anxious to do a normal thing. You want to be weird to get attention and stuff. That's what's happening here. It's just attention-seeking nonsense. Attention-seeking community. They want you to be outraged. They want you to care and listen to what this letter means. What does that letter mean? They want you to do that. And it's so pathetic, right? It's such a trap. But I try to undefine everything, you know. I accidentally learned what these letter means. Not because I cared, but because it's just so stupid. It's so stupid and funny. And we can shame people for a long time now. And I don't think they will like that type of attention, all right? Just like you can get a lot of money in life, and at some point you might not like money anymore. Similarly to attention, it's all good and well if you can actually use attention, but the moment attention becomes useless or potentially hostile, because like having too much money becomes hostile, people want your money and they will try to get it somehow. They will think about you all the time. How do we get your money and stuff? People will think that way. And it slowly, your life becoming more and more hostile. So the same goes with attention. You get too much attention, or you turn yourself into a monster because that's what trans people are, or some other nonsense, basically. Where's the D, you know? Where's the drag queens? I mean, they're disrespected right now. I don't see a D in there. You didn't shove a D in there, guys. And it better be big. It better be a big D. Big D right there. BD. No more bisexuals, you just have big drag queens. How about that for proposal? I wanna know how they... Who decided, by the way? Who fucking decides these things? Oh, we need to add another letter, guys. Who decides these things? How does this happen? What is the backstory? I need to know, man. I'm very curious right now. Not about what letters means, but what's the backstory? Who came up with this shit? Who's the person behind every letter? They have to also have leaders too, right? Leaders who know the stories. So if they don't know, if they don't have the basic things that is required to hold a name, understand a name, spread the ideas around, this just happens somehow naturally and is just so disgusting. Because sometimes bad things happen naturally and they have to be destroyed. So very interesting stuff. I'm already like so invested into this episode because this just a trigger word at this point. It's the greatest trigger word ever invented. I'm not gonna lie. It's just one thing they have done very correctly is triggered a bunch of people and at the same time told everyone, if you become part of this community, you will get so much attention. You might not like it though. I love that. But I have to censor, so, you know. It spells out nice. No, wow, it's so nice, guys. So I'll just, yeah.
Would ban protests of drag queen shows.
The idea is this is inspiring the overflow. I have just seen this. It's missing A and it's just triggered me. Why is it missing A? No, I obviously like all these appendages on the I mean, not only this is triggering, but everything is triggering. An Asian woman with a bunch of power. There's a black dude with a mask on. Fucking American flags. They don't even look American. They look like British flags because it's probably British thing. Like, how do you this picture is the most triggering thing in the universe, bro. And then you have this fucking rainbow zombie. I can't even how do you enjoy looking at a person like that and call it a drag fiend? It has a proper name like that? And why it has to be drag? Why it has to be related to racing and stuff? Because we already have racism, guys. Now we have drag? Why are they stealing race terms? What is happening, bro? I'm scared. People are losing their minds. This picture just summarizes fucking American culture, even though it's British. Flag again, I believe. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is a parody at this point. Something historic has been created here that I'm looking at right now. Like all these appendages on the monster, trying to summon more than 7 monsters on the board. Are you kidding me, bro? Seven. Oh my god. There's a limit, guys. You can only summon 7 monsters. But they're trying to summon an 8th one. You're right. And they actually have another additional board space. Still. That's illegal, bro. Only 7 monsters can be summoned on the board. Thank you very much. Oh my god, that is hilarious. That is quite an overflow. Also, why did they choose Two-Spirit to be on top of the leaderboard, boys? I thought we only like lesbians. Oh my god! This is the best shit ever, bro. Yeah, right, why? Top of the leaderboard, boys. Not the bottom. Not a bottom class. Two-Spirit, new class. Best class. Best win rate. Holy shit, man. Two-Spirit is more important? Who decided that? I don't understand. I honestly don't understand the Two-Spirit thing. But I'm gonna break down everything. Because I know way too much, and I can probably just hijack the entire movement, become its leader, and just punch them in the face at the same time. Yeah, my favorite thing to do, that's 3 minutes up. Oh my god. That's 5th place. All right, we're gonna go higher than that. Let's go. LGBT, I mean, they need some points, but they need to exist first, unfortunately. So I don't know how to make them exist. I could do it the easy way, or what's that? Where's your leader? You know, this is where it's gonna start. Technically, trans community exists, and I can give them points, right? No, because I hate trans people. I will beat them up anyways. If I give them points, it's just gonna make me angry. So let's go to the 4th place. Nicki Minaj. Oh yeah? Becoming racist is pretty triggering. Not gonna lie. So Nicki gets 2 hearts. For the first time in forever. Now she's pretty safe. And again, I love that shit. I love that shit. No subscribers from that either. But it's a tough one, right? So now I call these black people that are exceptional, that made it on my list whatsoever, on my island, because you have to be green to be like on my land, on my peripheral vision, and respectable. So Nicki's the most respectable. Very good reasons, but also, you know, she is entangled and not clean. She has to detach from the black culture, unfortunately, and that would trigger a lot of people. A lot of people. So I'm sure she's gonna make a lot of phone calls to me if that's what's supposed to happen. You know. Yes, I'm talking in some weird terms, but again, I think of these black people as phone calls from other black people who don't want to be in the community, so I'll just tell them what to do to detach. It's a weird concept, but if I have as much power as YouTube CEO, that's what's going to happen, right? Now let's see how first 3 minutes look like. I had to make this slightly faster because I just came up with a special little joke, alright? So it's like, oh, you just like eating butter. For some reason, I thought of eating butter. Maybe you can eat bread or whatever. But it's like, oh, you eat the butter, but then you have the wrapper, you get the idea? No, not the wrappers. You got wrappers and you gotta throw them away and stuff. So that the same goes. Yeah, that's how the saying goes. You listen to the music, you get the good stuff, but you have to throw away the wrapper of the candy that you eat. The popsicle. You know, you eat the popsicle, you throw away the wrappers. Get out of here. Stop rapping. Stop rapping. No one cares. No one understands. Like, I can't fucking comprehend what rap is about because I can't understand rap. And people who try to understand and look at the lyrics, are you stupid? Do you like reading books too? What is wrong with people, right? Why is rap a thing? But of course it is a thing because it's a tough boy's way to talk to to yourself, I guess. Because no one cares. No one really cares. They just want the vibe, you know, of like, oh, you talk tough, I talk tough, and we talk like this because we men. We men tough, we know pussies, man. We talk really fast and stuff, and it rhymes and stuff, and look at that, power level, and we talk about guns and stuff. I don't know. I will not become I'm not gonna do any rapping, guys, for a long time at least. Until I become like a parody master of something. But I don't know. Let's just keep going. I know it's uncomfortable with this change of voice, but like, fuck it, bro. It works. I can still comprehend what I said better than I do rap songs. With black people, you eat the stuff that's good and throw away the rappers. Because there's a lot of them actually for some reason, and this joke fucking works. Because I'm racist. Congratulations, me. But I'm gonna be who knows amount of racist. Actually, racism. I can technically maybe I'm not racist. I have racism. What? That's a failure that works. That's a failure that works, man. You can call me racist. No, I just have racism. I consent. Because calling someone racist only works really if you catch them off guard almost. But if I'm openly racist, I could be like the most racist person or whatever. But if you're self-aware, a lot of labels just fall off naturally. Like, I'm self-aware, I understand what's going on. We can solve the problem if it's mutual. But don't attack me. There's no reason to attack me. No problem, bro. I see reasons to not like neither blacks nor Asians nor people who don't speak my language and all that stuff. Like, I have reasons. It's reasonable. I'm just being reasonable, guys. And I dislike them. Really dislike them. For their flaws. There's some good stuff, and I want the good stuff to survive. To be, to get through that hole of evolution. Just squeeze through that hole, please. To prove that you are a good person and stuff. There's a possibility, alright? Again, when I look at Nikki, I'm like, there's a way to do it. There's a way. And you can improve on that significantly, I believe. I don't know the circumstances clearly, but I clearly also care a lot more than an average person who just bitches about that racism still exists somehow. Yeah, maybe for a good reason. Alright? Have you thought about it? I thought about it, and I found plenty reasons of why racism needs to exist, unfortunately. So the black people are not just praised, but they have to challenge themselves to be better, Because if we just let black people just be themselves, I don't think that's gonna work out. Do you really like them the way they are? Like, what's the good qualities? I want to listen to that person who's gonna start defending black people and how many friends they have and how cool they are. Yeah, let's talk about it, because I haven't found a person that's good. But black people feel to me even worse than a person, a human being. Human being on average is trash, full of bullshit. So you're telling me a black person, a person that I don't like the culture of, is gonna come out even better than an average person? Which I also dislike technically, unless they like talking to me and giving me things that make me feel good and stuff. That would be nice. So, alright, let's not dig our graves here, but, yeah, this is the first time racism appears, technically. No, not really. Yes? No? Oh. My voice changes afterwards, in the middle of the video. It's, the first time, again, it's, stop praising black people, because it's bullshit video. Alright, let's just go on with this. In my consideration, he's gonna be my best friend. Best imaginary friend, honestly. I can't wait to grow his reputation and stuff. So, maybe I just call him racism, who knows? Who knows, maybe I'm stupid and stuff. But what I'm gonna do is, because I made this special little episode, and, I don't know, China is taking over Chicago now. For free. I mean, you can buy it. The only thing you need is letter N, and I'm pretty sure Nikki's gonna be able to supply that very much. Just like Nikki's gonna be the new N-word. Anytime I see a black person, I'll say not the N-word, I'll just say Nikki. Hey, that's a Nikki right there. Because they're related somehow, It will remind me of her, potentially. Unless she's bad. Unless I get angry and upset and beat her up or whatever. That's so sweet, isn't it? Just calling black people by something you actually care about, and it's still like an N-word. It works. Nikki. Hey, Nikki. And it sounds very close to the actual N-word. But it's seems fine to me. But see, the weird thing is, like, all these rappers just throwing left and right their N-word as if they're cool with it, but apparently not if white people use it. And I'm like, I'll respect that rule. I mean, cool. Fancy. I remember the first time I heard about it, it was just, like, confusing. Like, what? Word? A word triggers them? What's going on? A word triggers certain type of people? Is it like a bad word and stuff? And still to this day, we don't know what that means. It's just like, oh, reminder of slavery and stuff. Of white supremacy. And all these fucking things just pop up. As if, like, everyone got fucked by black people right now. That's how people behave right now. We're so sexually adventurous, they got fucked really hard by them big dicks, man. They needed a big one. I mean, it's really tough to describe what happened to people. That a word triggers, guys. A word triggers a whole community of people. Oh no. I mean, everyone's technically a slave, more or less. And we don't know. We don't know the past. We have to live in the present, towards the future more. Leaning towards the future a lot. And our personal past matters, but our collective past, not so much. So, as well as our personal futures also matter. So, when people are trying to bring up the past for some reason, they have to have such ridiculously good reasons to bring up the past, because they're trying to take over, you know? It's a control tactic of bringing up the past in the most ridiculous way, because they could just lie. They could just fucking lie. You know, someone, somewhere could just be straight up lying to try and praise black people in order to start some psychotic civil war. Just like we have been lied to that the earth is round by science, and the lie does not stop there, despite us knowing the opposite is true. Pretty much. Alright? Do you want me to talk about it for 2 hours again? I can do that. I can do whatever. I can talk about whatever. That's my superpower. Alright? You request, I deliver. That's my meal to you. You want me to program you for 2 hours straight, your brain? Or be nice to you for 2 hours? You also get to choose the flavor of your meal, my friends. Because I just don't want to be bored, so I will take the job. I'll take the job anytime, my friends. And why am I stuck in my room fighting against boredom? Because everyone is boring. Everyone is a boring sardine doing the most predictable things I've ever seen. And I could approach them, but one thing that is unpredictable is predictable people. As predictable as they are on the surface level, it scares the shit out of you knowing that there has to be unpredictability somewhere, some kind of self-defense mechanism, and apparently that's it. You know, they want to look predictable, so they also appear unpredictable if you approach them, if you try to interact with them. Then it becomes unpredictable, and for good reason, because everyone is like in the fight mode. The moment you get too close, they're in the fucking fight mode. You know, so everyone's predictable, everyone's nice to each other, you know what's gonna happen, basically. I can run circles around people, nothing will happen for the most part, unless I trigger them, and then the lights are off. Now I don't know what the next move is gonna be. Now I'm scared, personally. So I don't want that feeling to ever happen, so I just don't approach people, and life remains boring as hell. So that's why I'm stuck in a room, talking to a microphone all the time. But it's satisfying because something is happening. I'm getting a statistic boost every single time, every single month so far. So I can't complain. It's really good. It looks good. I'm growing 20% each time is a masterpiece amount of time being dedicated to me, to watch my videos and my opinions. I will be thankful as long as we keep one-upping ourselves, you know. I love that. Let's keep going. She has 0 hearts, so she has nothing to work with, and I obviously am not excited about black people whatsoever. And racism is technically a much better friend than any black person can supply, right? So, we'll see. We'll see. The greatest competition of all time, you know? So I made this video. It's pretty, it's pretty out there, pretty wild. People can get angry. Why would you get angry, bro? What are you gonna do about it? Because you have to fight ideas, not me. My ideas. Very interesting stuff. And I will still, love the actual objective reality that I live in. And my opinions are as objective as they get, honestly. Of like, if you do cool things, I will like you more. Wow. If you do stupid things and violent things, and you belong in a cult, which is very distinguishable from certain normal people. Alright, there's nothing really impressive about this besides that it's a trigger for most people. Both of these, or most of these, are triggers, and you can totally understand what's going on and why people would watch this. Let's go to 3rd place. Let's leave racism alone, because I only made 2 videos, but I'm willing to do more. Many more, apparently. Needs to be done. The requested Hans Wilhelm video. Alright. Now I need to talk about even deeper. I mean, alright. That's a tough one. Do I make the person appear who asked for this? Wilhelm. Because I don't have hands. Like, if I try to find hands, it's not gonna appear. So, what do we do here? It's still just a request actually is a thing. Request. Here we go. Almost forgot. Alright. You get 3 points or whatever. I need to drain the clock, so I'll give 5. Let's click and find out what the introduction is and what are we talking about. So, this is my first suggestion to check out a new channel. Honestly, at least on YouTube comments, maybe I could scramble something out of my Discord, but this is just right in the open. I held it for review for a long time until it just deleted itself because it hit 2-month requirement. I thought it was like 90 days for some reason. So after it hits a month, I will try to reply and see if I'm still willing to do the request and whatnot, because right now I fill up with a lot of work to do. And as long as that's the case, I might actually reject some of the suggestions to do something, but because this is the first one, I have to just honor it for what it is. And because I got the message, the thank you message, often enough, a suggestion or request is good enough as it is. It has to be like really, really bad for me to not take it into consideration at least. And most of the time, again, people will actually suggest something that is way out there that I have never checked before. That's the more likely scenario, I believe. I'm yet to bump into people who suggest or show me things that I've already seen many times and I'm very familiar with. Even if I'm familiar, I can now ask questions of like, why do you care personally? And it's still going to make the content kind of unique and put me on a unique path to re-explore the same thing. Like I could rewatch Scott Pilgrim for the 5th time or whatever. I don't even know how many times I watched it, And I would still have fun if someone just requested in a perfect way, especially after I didn't watch it for a long time now. It would mean something else. It still would be boring. I don't want to see the same thing over and over again, obviously. It definitely tickles my boredom. But yeah, it's very difficult to like fail a request, I would say. And you should be encouraged to do that yourself as well. But I do have a list of things to do, and that list is ridiculously long, you've seen. So, I don't know about requests right now. I don't know about that, guys. Unless it's like ridiculously convenient, I will definitely delay 1 month to do it. It got deleted or discarded because, again, they are removed automatically. I was just holding it, so, this one has nothing to do with anything. I can probably just approve it, but I might want to, read it again and reply. But, if you want to make, suggestions, I will definitely ask you more than just, wow, you name dropped someone. You need, like, reasons. You need to explain why you're so passionate about this stuff. And this is technically not good enough in most cases. And you will probably be rejected. But it does feel, unless the channel is like really fascinating to me, which could be the case, I don't know. Alright? It doesn't look that way to me. It looks pretty fucking generic. But we can evaluate this fairly quickly. The problem with that, what if it's a very bad evaluation? What do I do then? What if I actually get no value out of this? I still don't know the answer of what I would do if it's a bad evaluation. Normally I can sit through hours and hours of content and find even mistakes are worthwhile talking about. So it's not a big deal, even if it's boring. So almost any type of content works if it's like completely new and unexplored. That's why I kind of like need reasons for people. Because if I explore the topic too many times, I'm not going to touch it. It's just not worth it. But we'll see. It's very complicated with the request thing. It's something else. I'm very surprised with the watch time. But at the same time, it's not really surprising. Because 2 people definitely watched it. Like, 2 big guys watched it. And the rest is just filled in. With random people. From the rest of YouTube, because YouTube algorithm is like, well, we have to recommend this video a little bit. Oh, it didn't work out. Alright, fair enough. So potentially, this is what happens, if I fulfill a request, the video is gonna be watched. It worked out, requested video is now, I don't even, whatever I just said about requests, who fucking cares? I'll do every single one of them. I'll suck up your dick. No problem, guys. I'm not a simp. I'm just sarcastic like that. But the idea is, if you request, now I will definitely look at it as a higher priority than I used to do. Because, again, no one really watches my videos unless they have to, Unless it's really compelling because it's about the channel that, it makes me a real person because I'm doing what you told me to do. It's kind of a weird thing, right? Over the internet especially. It feels like an interaction. And I'm all for it. I love that stuff myself as well. It's quite a feeling, let's put it that way. I don't know, bro. You're watching this video, then that means we made it, guys. We made it to 2 hours, which is kind of what I'm aiming for. So, the only hint I got is, reincarnation, guys. And, reincarnation is kind of an annoying thing because there's no clues. there's not enough clues for reincarnation. We barely know what happened before we were born. All right, we just don't. We can only assume. So from that perspective, like life is very precious, and at the same time, it's meaningless as well. But there's always the hope that there's some kind of afterlife, and you can do cool things in the afterlife, where you can come back. I mean, reincarnation just sounds like a generic superpower or a choice. Some people say you're trapped on this earth, and yeah, I like everything I said. I'm definitely compelled slowly. Maybe the introduction is kind of crappy and it's not worth highlighting, but the idea of requests being important. What do I think of reincarnation now? This is not old video, guys. This is not. No, I don't think I changed my views. And the channel is fine, but it focuses on that one word quite a lot. And that's what usually happens with superpowers. It becomes a meme in your world. You just pick up one superpower and it becomes your thing. But it's a meme. Especially if your superpower is actually weaker than you thought. Because reincarnation doesn't happen within your lifetime. That's the funny thing. Like, you can be shamed for your superpower not existing until you die. And it's like, for fuck's sake, bro. Hey, do you want your superpower to be activated a lot quicker? Let me take out my stabby stabber. This is so hilarious, right? You have to look from different perspectives and you will find those shameful points of entry where these channels just start breaking down really fast. The most basic thing is, like, if there's a pattern, if you recognize a pattern, it's probably wrong the moment you recognize it. Like, these people have to be real people. They have to be trustworthy. Their content is not supposed to revolve around one thing. And it doesn't even matter how good it is, how good it looks like at that point. Yes, I'm shameful in terms of how my content looks like. It's kind of trashy. I understand. I would love to have a hand that draws things, but I simply don't have that, guys. I would never be able to draw anything on the screen. You know, if I that would just improve my content so much more. But now that I do in fact have a ability to draw on the screen, what the fuck do I draw? What is it that I'm supposed to draw? All right. Yes, I was memeing. I can draw. I don't know what to draw. All right, and that just destroys the whole purpose of the whole thing. You should just focus on what I have to say, and technically how I feel about certain things. That's it. That's all you can get. Drawing things, I didn't really stay in tune with that because it's a little weird. It's it's for kids. It feels like it's for kids, man. It's a good way to summarize, to be honest. It's just some weird concept that kids would love, alright? Not me, though, because that superpower sucks. Next up, second place. Hearthstone has reached a point of pure insanity. I love this shit. This is amazing. 10 hours of watch time. It is ridiculous, bro. And it has not stopped there, bro. It just didn't stop there, bro. And honest, it's a roast piece. But it gave me so much watch time, I have to heal Hearthstone for how cool it is. Congratulations, Hearthstone. People care about you. But you might get beaten up very harshly because of this. But maybe because, I put some awareness out there and people actually cared about this. Maybe something will start changing. Who knows, right? So let's watch the introduction of this video and why did it work? Because, yes, the thumbnail and the title, the most triggering thing ever, bro. Besides, we have triggers and we have a request, which is such a holy thing to be inside here. A request, like such a noble thing. And well, Mark Passy has fallen to 7th place. Rest in pieces, my friend. Alright, let's see what we got. Get out of here, stupid druid. Let's farm some wins. Now, oh my god, that's so true, though. That's so fucked up, isn't it? Get out of here, druid. Get the fuck out of here, you loser. Oh my god, that's hilarious, bro. Oh, that's how you do it, man. Oh my god. How did I do that, man? That's so magical. Oh boy. I want that energy, dude. I want that in every video. That's the hook, man. First 5 seconds. Oh my god. What makes this deck so outrageously powerful? This is still 0 mana, by the way. So, thanks for the nerf, I guess. And then you have some 0 mana legendaries. But I don't have this card, so that's fine. I also don't have this card. And you don't need that shit. Because all you need is a bunch of 1-drops, Disco Maul, a bunch of Divine Shields, a lawyer, obviously. A lawyer. Oh shit, bro. Oh my god, Hearthstone. What have you done, Hearthstone? What is wrong with you? Oh my god. Holy shit. I'm dying. I'll take the oh my god though, because I'm making the jokes. I deserve it, I believe. Holy shit. This is ridiculous. A lawyer. They will need a lawyer, guys. No. The deck needs a lawyer, because, like, what are you doing, bro? You farming wins? You farming people's souls? It's a divine thing to do. Oh, boy. This is great introduction. I love this shit. No one subscribed, though. You guys need a lawyer. Because people are gonna sue you for playing this deck. That's it. You win. You don't believe me? Let's go to Diamond. I don't have bonus stars, guys. Getting to Diamond is gonna be... this is where I failed. This is why I didn't got subscribers, guys. Because I didn't win. I did got to... Platinum. That's not difficult to do. But... I don't have stars. That's... Still pretty difficult, yeah. I hope I got to Platinum. I don't highlight that. It's very difficult to find if I showcase my rank. Because I tend to just cut that apart. Yeah, I don't know. I saw gold 1 and stuff after the victory. Yeah, it takes a lot of wins to get there as well. And I'm not here to farm wins in anything. And the most painful thing is the realization that in the middle, it's like, oh, there's a Blood Death Knight that counters your deck. And it's the most boring thing to play against. It's like, whatever. Be a fucking insanity. Unless this deck is ridiculously good. So let's see what it is. It is the best deck in the game. And I can't even afford most of the legendaries inside. And I am not even worried. A little bit. You know, and I potentially can even upgrade a little bit. And I know the mulligan requirements. Basically, people don't properly mulligan with the curator. I don't know. Jitterbug is that important? I don't think so. It could be important. I don't have self-control, guys. I don't know. I have to be told what to do. No. See, I knew that. I'll take full credit for what I just did. No, it just feels like Jitterbug is a little bit too slow. And you want to draw cards with Jitterbug, so, you know, it's late game. Operation late game. You definitely don't prog Disco Mall. I want value from this shit. Give me value. Drawing light rays is actually quite suicidal. You can see it's down. Oh wait, drawn. No, it's pretty good. Okay, whatever. I will not complain. I added this thing because you get free draft. This is also pretty scary because I highlight the thing that turns it into pure insanity, but like I have to play into it. The idea that I follow numbers and statistics and stuff like crazy. There was not a time. This was still early in the release, so no one was talking about top 1000 legend and stuff. But now that I know, it's like, oh, it's a freeze Death Knight. Really good. I don't think Freeze Death Knight would be able to beat this deck. I mean, it has so many taunts. It just can't go through that. And it dies to the taunts. It's so crazy. Dragon. Like, who doesn't want free dragon, bro? Free 5/5 dragon for 1 mana. Technically free. And you will definitely be able to wait until turn 7. Just fine. Because you probably, like, wait for turn 6 to drop these and maybe even longer. Right now I can't do shit. I mean, potentially I just lost because my opponent is playing a goddamn control class. No, it's a freeze. Oh, that's fine. I should have a pretty good chance. I'm not sure what the matchups are because I can't even click on that. I need a premium, guys. Alright, that's fine. That's some basic 5 seconds of fame and stuff. Like, everything kind of worked out in the very beginning. So it's a little bit enticing. In the final, and the greatest, I am really happy about it. Pyrotechnician. My favorite card. Hearthstone taking over the leaderboard. That is new. That's definitely new. It used to be quite high in the past, but right now taking over first 2 spots when I'm getting even more watch time, that's something else, and I did not expect these at all. Alright. Again, Hearthstone gets another 4 hearts healed. So it went from 20 all the way up to -10. Which is a big achievement. Hearthstone is establishing itself as the #1 game out there. Just straight up #1. Unless people get angry. Or I will get angry. If I don't get good tavern brawls, I will get upset. Blizzard. So be aware. My combat skills are increasing. And you don't know what that means. You don't see when I perform combat in real life. You don't know what that means, guys. But that translates into damage. So congratulations, Hearthstone, you drained the clock. Hopefully I said some more funny things in the start. Pyrotechnician is such a cool card, and it cannot be played. I've highlighted some good games, but overall, unless you're running out of cards, you can't play this card. So what should happen is you have to play an aggro deck and then maybe Pyrotechnician slots into that, because aggro decks automatically run out of cards, and some fire spells are reach spells, you know. They do some extra damage. Firelance Portal, Fireball, there's a sword from a warrior class, there's some plus damage. So basically it's an aggro card. It's an aggro card, and actually I might make another video about this, because this is the top video. Let's make it. Let's make the next video Pyrotechnician level 2, boys. See what happens. So, to farm subscribers, guys. I got 1 subscriber, that means we can farm. We can start farming. Absolutely. Let's watch the introduction, and eat some candy, drink some wine, and fart a little bit. Wait, there's more farts. Brace yourself.
Game over.
What does that mean I run out of farts? No, because Pyrotechnician gives you infinite value until it dies. And I don't think it died yet. Guys, there's a sleeper giant card that no one sees, but it's gonna blow up in everyone's face. Potentially. I'll show you guys. Unless it's on a thumbnail. But it's so ridiculous. I reviewed every single card, and then I realized when I looked into this how crazy it is. Pyrotechnician, dude. After you cast a spell, add a random fire spell to your hand. It translates to, oh, cast a spell, draw a card. That's also a spell, so you draw infinite amount of cards. Normally, this effect was in Demon Hunter. So if I get out of here and check Demon Hunter, I believe it rotated just now. So you don't get to see it. But basically, this card would draw you a card if you play leftmost or rightmost card. This is a class card, bro. Stats don't matter anymore, by the way. If you get a good effect, stats don't matter. So Pyrotechnician is the craziest draw engine ever printed in the craziest one. I've never seen anything like this. I'll have to auto-include in every single deck. In every single druid deck, that is, because that's all I play is just druid decks. And it still could be viable. Especially after nerfs, which did not happen. It's so painful, right? It would be pretty crazy card. It's a sleeper giant card. I agree with everything. I couldn't add it into this deck, unfortunately. I could not do that. But maybe in this kind of version of the deck, it would make sense. And this looks pretty, you know, still sweet version of the deck. I can't complain. Paparazzi, man. I tried some cards, guys. It's cool. Everyone gets this for free. It's infinite card generator. It is crazy, bro. But the even crazier thing is what happened to this video. What did I do for 2 hours? Did I try to play this card? Technically. But I also was looking in the background what other people were talking about Pyrotechnician. And they were all trashing it. They were all like, it's not good enough. What do you mean it's not good enough? I showed you an example. Oh, that card was also not good enough, right? That card was not played, the one that I showed. But it's like infinite card generator. The only question is whether you can keep this alive. That is all you need to do, is figure out how to keep this alive, play enough taunts or whatever. And all of a sudden it's a good card. It's a ridiculous card. Unless there's so many Borklers, you can't keep this alive. I don't know. But it's really cool. And this is the reason why we needed nerfs and not buffs. Alright? We need cards like these to be playable. And not to try and compete against impossible odds. Because this is really cool. it can clog up your hands, and a certain card is better. The legendary card that just fills up your hand. I already forgot. It's that 9 mana spell that everyone gets because it's a neutral spell. It's better. That neutral spell is better, technically. Because again, as I've said, stats don't matter. And you don't really need that much card draw either. Unless you're playing an aggro class where you want to play a minion that you can buff. And on top of that, if it draws you cards, it's perfection. So it should have slotted in the aggro druid deck potentially, but instead I made it, somewhat less aggressive than it's supposed to be. It has due process, so it's not aggressive enough. But this is as close as you can get, I believe. It's kind of fancy, right? So I probably could turn this into a more aggressive deck. I don't know. I could definitely improve from this point. It makes sense to do that, because I have like Herald of Nature. That's very important to have for this aggro version. And I don't think aggro version of Druid is not viable. Like, you get the Groovy Cat. That's really good aggressive card. And Pyrotechnician could add value. So we're gonna try and do this. Because this is my most watched video, we have to try and recreate the impossible odds of pushing some information out there. I know most people don't want to deal with you unless you're pushing some very interesting information, like very shocking, interesting information. Then they stick around. They might even subscribe. So this is what we learned, right? You gotta trigger people, and you gotta be passionate too about whatever you're doing. So passion wins in this case. Really cool stuff, right? Really fascinating, unusual, completely new, changes the way we thought about everything here on this channel. It keeps evolving, right? You gotta try and keep up. Literally, it's probably auto-include everywhere all the time, no exceptions. What did they do? What? An infinite value card? Just like that, a 4-drop, but infinite value? And fire spells are not fucking terrible either. Some of them make no sense, like destroy your weapon, draw cards. But we can look into fire spells. I'm kind of curious. Alright. There's a Hunter Secret, that's cute. So you get all these mage things to do. That's cute. Then that's no 1 mana, ridiculously useful. And you get another fire spell immediately. Immediately after playing this. Explosive runes, cool when it's free. You get a Borkler if you want, 2 of them. So you get Borklers now. Oh my, it's so ridiculous. You get the direct damage, obviously. Pyroblast is a little shit, but it finishes the game if you want. And then you get this Naga, obviously. Just kidding. You do get Fire Elemental, though. It's such a fire spell that you actually get it. You get to actually summon Ragnaros. Like, what? I mean, the fun level of the card is pretty insane, right? Like, it's so exciting to get this stuff for technically just for free. You get Ragnaros spell. Don't you like that? As a player, like, this is it, bro. My perspective is cannot be contested, guys. And again, it devolves into me looking at other people and like, they didn't say anything good about this card except for the brilliant person, Zeddy, man. Zeddy was like shocked. Like, no one's gonna play this card because it's not good enough. But look at where the power creep led us to. We have cards with infinite value, guys. The only reason why Pyrotechnician is not being played, can you guys understand what that reason is? We have Pure Paladin, which cannot play neutral cards. And we have a Borkler Master Death Knight, where his Death Knight cards are just better than anything we have ever seen. So of course it's not gonna play neutral cards, even if it, especially when it's expensive. Also, Death Knight can draw cards probably more easily than any other class out there. Just, it has a lot more crazier card draw. It's painful to look at, but technically card draw has been nerfed. This is literally the only nerf we received is Death Knight Discover effects, which is also technically card draw, and then some attack value on a card. I mean, wow, I've never seen such a pathetic patch in Hearthstone. It's definitely some kind of trigger warning moment happening. But that's it, guys. We did it. Now we just chill with some candy in our mouth. I have to incorporate this more often. Also, I have to restart Discord because you've seen there's some lag going on. Maybe it went away, but like, no, look, this crap. This seems laggy, bro. Yeah, this is some crazy lag. Let me double check this. Discord is literally competing against my Opera GX bullshit. Like, are Chinese invading or something? What is happening, guys? Yeah, if you focus that as a joke, then that's the kicker. That's the punchline. And it's lovely, dude. If someone calls me racist towards blacks, they're wrong. I love Rebecca Black so much. Yes, I know people don't like me because they usually like concepts and not people. I mean, it is true. Yeah, I'll just quickly agree. I don't know. It's not very compelling, bro. Never. Yeah, I don't know. Back in the day, we used to say, this is so gay, and now being gay is okay. I don't think it's a coincidence. Stupid memes have too much power. Yeah, if you repeat something over and over again, it becomes ingrained into our society. And maybe that was the idea behind it. Who knows? You never know what's going on. So everyone's like familiar with the term gay. Because everyone was trying to resist. You never know, but we see the consequence now. And definitely wasn't a coincidence that the word gay was thrown around everywhere. Do you really think reality has all these atoms? And it's the only thing worth observing? Who is Lex? Oh, it's that thing. Atoms, guys. I don't know. It's just funny. I don't see the punchline there. I just hate people, again, praising science, and the science is like, everything's made out of atoms, guys. Am I cool now? Do you like atoms? But then, what is chemistry? Chemistry is the reaction between atoms and stuff. Alright, between molecules. And then it's like, then who cares? You just observe the real thing. You don't have to dig too deep. But it's quite fancy to try and understand what's going on beneath the surface of observing things. I mean, science can be cool as long as it's meaningful, you know, and then it becomes terrible. So atoms is also another observation, as well as trying to observe the Earth. It's like, it sounds like a lie because it doesn't matter to me. Atoms don't just appear in my face and say hi to me. You know, I don't hear the atoms right now. Where are they? There's so many of them, I should be hearing them all the time, but that's the point. They disappear like any other sardine out there. Because they don't matter. And unfortunately, I don't know what you do with chemistry, by the way. I don't know. What's the point of chemistry? I've never looked into it. I guess you can request it now. That's the point. In the future, people will say he emotionally manipulated me into caring and being alive. Me is robot. Me doesn't give care. Me just exist until my time comes. I can sort of understand, maybe it's like interesting, it seems kind of weird flavor. But, you know, emotional manipulation is not always negative. If you care about something, you can use negative things like knives to cut an apple to feed a homeless person because they don't like apples for some reason. Stop it. Fall in love with apples. Then homeless people will be praised for being like cheap, accessible, normal people. Like if you can turn homeless people into normal people, society becomes so much better. Because now there's people you can talk to and relate to, honestly. Because you don't want to be in the streets. You don't want to end up homeless. So it's best to, understand what you're dealing with and how you can become homeless so you want to relate to these people. It's a whole dynamic, my friends. Reason of stealing and looting is almost over. And I'm sure like homeless people are useful to society somehow. So we have to wrap our heads around that shit. But first, I need to emotionally manipulate you first. It's almost over. Oh, wait, I win. I have everything. It's definitely a feeling that I have everything, that you can steal things just by looking at those things, just by caring. And technically that's true, because you set up your own future. You build your future, the more you care about certain things, the more you know that you're doing the right thing and you're smart about it, then yeah, it becomes very fascinating stuff. But you have to still keep your future. So you stole a bunch of things. That doesn't mean that people cannot retaliate, which is scary. But let's not fart too hard. Let's make sure people don't hear about it. Yeah, I will have to make some really, really tough decisions, man. Isn't it cool that the left think that diversity comes from the way people look and not how much their culture is compatible and flexible with with society, honestly, right? Compatible with society. Like, yeah. It seems agreeable, right? It's almost like I want these to be jokes and memes. Then I can understand and I can share them easily. Right now, I just kind of agree. Yeah, sure. Yeah. The kicker word is diversity. Diversity. Let's highlight that. But yeah, it's the way people look and not their behavior. I probably don't need to talk about compatibility. Just how people look. It's the most racist thing ever. But it's something else, right? It's kind of like objectification. It's materialism. It's first impressionism. Something like that. There's a word hidden behind this. This is quite fascinating. Diversity is how people look like, guys. And technically, how people look like defines their cultural background too, guys. But no, it's just people don't want to be defined by that. People want to be their own individual selves, and they got tired of like being assimilated towards certain culture. Hopefully, if that's then these are people that are compatible. Otherwise, if they just propagate a culture, then it's not compatible because culture belongs in certain areas and you can offer ideas, but you will still belong in the same culture. You have to try and escape a culture, then you become compatible. It's a very complicated thing for sure. Solve boredom? Oh, wait. Getting to know people. Solve a variety of problems. Consuming content. Don't starve yourself of spending time and spending resources. This is the reason why people are rich, so they could spend money, not to fucking hoard money, right? Right? Am I right? That's the reason to be rich, please? And take control. Talk to yourself, others. Have control over reality and make sure that you are in control of your fears and everything. This is a very good stuff. Cakes are tremendously powerful, as you can tell. I didn't knew that was a thing, but I probably did Boredom is Bullshit level 3, and that's the one I baked. It's really good. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. This is tremendous improvement. Consistently, we're gonna rush towards the stars. This is a little bit triggering to me, but I'm the guy that knows Hearthstone very well, and I appreciate the enthusiasm from other people to agree with that, with their eyeballs. That is really good. And again, you can see the difference. There's 150 views, but only 4 hours watched. Here, you have people committed into trying to understand the problem, trying to relate. There's the good side, there's the bad side of Hearthstone. Very interesting stuff. In this case, I was like clueless how bad Hearthstone was. But yeah, it's really good. What is the... Oh, it was a 4-day difference. So in 4 days, everything fell apart. I don't know. It's very interesting. I will definitely make another Pyrotechnician video right after this one. So stay tuned. Bye, guys.